Welcome to Audiobook READIO, Mastering Emotional Control, The Power of Choosing Not to React, written and narrated by Audiobook READIO. Let's begin. Asterisk 1, title, Mastering Emotional Control, The Power of Choosing Not to React. Asterisk 2, introduction. Asterisk in, the relentless currents of modern life, we are bombarded by a cacophony of stimuli demanding deadlines, strained relationships, constant notifications, and a world that often feels designed to provoke. Each day presents a fresh barrage of potential triggers, capable of igniting a whirlwind of emotions within us. Anger flares at perceived slights, anxiety simmers beneath the surface of uncertainty, and fear casts long shadows over the unknown. In this emotional maelstrom, it's easy to feel like a ship tossed about by a tempest, at the mercy of forces beyond our control. But what if this perception is fundamentally flawed? What if the true power to navigate these turbulent waters lies not in eliminating the storms, but in mastering our own vessel, our emotional responses? Asterisk this book, Mastering Emotional Control, The Power of Choosing Not to React, is predicated on a transformative truth. You are not condemned to be a reactor in your own life. You possess the inherent capacity to become a deliberate responder, to consciously choose how you engage with the emotional landscape around you, and more importantly, within you. This isn't about suppressing or denying your emotions. It's about understanding them, acknowledging them, and then, with intention and skill, directing their energy rather than being swept away by it. Asterisk why is this mastery so crucial, especially now? Because in a world increasingly characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, VUCA, emotional reactivity is not just a personal inconvenience, it's a significant impediment to success, well-being, and fulfilling relationships. Uncontrolled emotions can derail careers, fracture families, erode mental and physical health, and ultimately diminish our quality of life. Conversely, emotional control is the bedrock of resilience, effective leadership, strong relationships, and personal fulfillment. It is the key to navigating conflict constructively, making sound decisions under pressure, and maintaining inner peace amidst external chaos. Asterisk within these pages, you will embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We will delve into the intricate workings of your emotional system, uncovering the hidden triggers that set off automatic reactions. You will learn practical, evidence-based techniques to create a pause, that vital space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose intention over impulse. We will explore the power of mindfulness to heighten your self-awareness, cognitive reframing to reshape your emotional narratives, and communication strategies to navigate challenging interactions with grace and assertiveness. Asterisk this book is not a theoretical treatise. It is a practical guide filled with real-life examples, compelling case studies, and actionable exercises designed to integrate emotional control into your daily life. You will learn to identify and understand your unique emotional triggers, breaking free from destructive patterns of reactivity that have held you captive. Cultivate profound self-awareness and mindfulness, allowing you to recognize emotions as they arise and observe them without judgment. Master the art of pausing and reflection, creating the crucial space needed to choose thoughtful responses over knee-jerk reactions. Develop effective strategies for managing challenging emotions like anger, anxiety, fear, and frustration, transforming them from destructive forces into manageable energies. Build emotional resilience, enabling you to bounce back from setbacks, learn from emotional challenges, and grow stronger through adversity. Enhance your relationships by communicating more effectively, resolving conflicts constructively, and fostering deeper connections based on understanding and empathy. Maintain composure and clarity under pressure, making sound decisions and leading effectively even in the most demanding situations. Mastering emotional control. The power of choosing not to react is more than just a book. It is an invitation to reclaim your inner authority, to step into the driver's seat of your emotional life, and to unlock the profound power that lies within your capacity to choose your responses. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey that will empower you to navigate life's challenges with greater poise, resilience, and ultimately, greater peace. Your emotional freedom awaits. 3. Main content. Chapter 1. The Reactive Mind. Unveiling the automatic pilot. We often operate on autopilot, reacting to stimuli without conscious thought, especially when it comes to emotions. Imagine yourself stuck in rush hour traffic, already running late for an important meeting. A car suddenly cuts you off, narrowly avoiding a collision. What's your immediate reaction? For many, it's a surge of anger, perhaps a honk of the horn, a string of frustrated words muttered under their breath, or even a more aggressive response. This automatic, often unconscious reaction is the hallmark of the reactive mind. It's a system honed over millennia, designed for survival, but often ill-suited for the complexities of modern life. To understand emotional control, we must first understand the reactive mind. At its core lies the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep within the brain. The amygdala is the brain's emotional sentinel, constantly scanning the environment for potential threats. When it perceives danger, whether a physical threat like a predator or a social threat like criticism, it triggers the fight or flight or freeze response. This is a cascade of physiological changes designed to prepare us to confront or escape danger. Heart rate accelerates, breathing becomes shallow, muscles tense, and stress hormones flood the bloodstream. In our evolutionary past, this rapid response was crucial for survival. It allowed our ancestors to react instantly to life-threatening situations without needing to consciously analyze the threat. However, the modern world rarely presents the same kinds of physical dangers our ancestors faced. Today, our triggers are more often social, psychological, and emotional. A critical email from a boss, a disagreement with a partner, a perceived slight from a friend. These situations can activate the same ancient alarm system, triggering a disproportionate emotional response. The amygdala, in its haste to protect us, often misinterprets social and emotional cues as genuine threats, leading to overreactions that are unproductive and damaging. The reactive mind operates quickly and instinctively, bypassing the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for rational thought, planning, and decision-making. This is why, in the heat of the moment, we often say or do things we later regret. Our rational brain is essentially offline, while the emotional brain is in overdrive. This hijacking of our higher cognitive functions by our emotional responses is what leads to impulsive reactions and emotional outbursts. Consider the scenario of receiving constructive criticism at work. While rationally, you might understand the value of feedback for improvement, your reactive mind might perceive it as a personal attack, triggering feelings of defensiveness, anger, or shame. The immediate urge might be to argue, deflect blame, or shut down completely. These are all reactive responses, driven by the amygdala's threat perception, rather than a thoughtful, considered response from your prefrontal cortex. Understanding the reactive mind is the first step towards emotional control. It's about recognizing that our initial emotional responses are often automatic and biologically driven, not necessarily reflective of the true nature of the situation. By acknowledging this automaticity, we can begin to create space between stimulus and response, allowing our rational brain to engage and guide our actions. This space, this pause, is the fertile ground where emotional control takes root and blossoms. In the chapters that follow, we will explore practical techniques to cultivate this pause and shift from being driven by our reactive mind to being guided by our intentional responses. we will learn to recognize the signals of our reactive mind, understand its triggers, and ultimately gain mastery over its automatic impulses, paving the way for a more balanced, controlled, and fulfilling emotional life. Chapter 2. Identifying your emotional triggers, mapping your inner landscape. Emotional control is not about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding and skillfully navigating them. And to navigate effectively, we need a map, a detailed understanding of our own emotional landscape, particularly our triggers. Emotional triggers are specific events, situations, people, thoughts, or even sensory inputs that reliably provoke strong emotional reactions. These reactions are often disproportionate to the actual situation, stemming from past experiences, learned patterns, and deeply ingrained emotional associations. Identifying your emotional triggers is akin to becoming an emotional detective, carefully examining the patterns and clues that reveal what sets off your reactive mind. This process requires introspection, honesty, and a willingness to confront potentially uncomfortable truths about yourself. However, the rewards are immense. By understanding your triggers, you gain the power to anticipate and manage your emotional responses, rather than being blindsided by them. One of the most effective tools for identifying triggers is journaling. Regularly writing about your experiences, particularly those that evoke strong emotions, can reveal recurring patterns and triggers that you might not be consciously aware of. When journaling, focus on describing the situation in detail. What happened? Who was involved? Where were you? What were you thinking and feeling before the emotional reaction? And what was the nature of the emotional reaction itself? Was it anger, anxiety, sadness, fear, or a combination of emotions? Be as specific as possible. For example, you might journal about a recent argument with a family member. As you write, you might realize that the argument wasn't just about the specific topic at hand, but was triggered by feeling unheard or invalidated, a feeling that resonates with past experiences in your childhood. This realization is a crucial step in identifying a trigger. Feeling invalidated. Another powerful technique is to pay attention to your physiological responses. Emotions are not just mental states. They are embodied experiences. When you are triggered, your body sends signals: increased heart rate, rapid breathing, muscle tension, sweating, stomach clenching, or changes in body temperature. Learning to recognize these physical cues can provide early warning signs that you are becoming emotionally activated, even before you are fully aware of the emotional shift in your mind. For instance, you might notice your jaw clenching and shoulders tensing just before you feel anger rising in a frustrating meeting at work. These physical sensations can serve as a prompt to pause and become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. Reflect on past experiences where you reacted strongly. Think about situations that consistently lead to emotional outbursts or intense negative feelings. Ask yourself, what are the common threads? What are the recurring themes? Are there certain types of people, situations, or topics that consistently trigger you? Perhaps criticism, public speaking, feeling rushed, or dealing with authority figures are recurring themes in your emotionally charged experiences. Consider also the type of trigger. Triggers can be categorized in various ways. Situational triggers, specific environments or circumstances, such as crowded places, noisy environments, or social gatherings. Interpersonal triggers, certain people or types of people, or specific behaviors of others, like being interrupted, criticized, or ignored. Thought-based triggers, negative thought patterns, self-critical thoughts, or rumination on past events. Sensory triggers, certain sounds, smells, sights, or even tactile sensations that evoke strong emotional responses. By categorizing your triggers, you can gain a more nuanced understanding of your emotional landscape. For example, If you realize that you are consistently triggered by interpersonal conflict, you can then delve deeper into what aspects of conflict are triggering for you. Is it feeling unheard? Is it the fear of rejection? Is it the loss of control? Identifying triggers is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery. As you grow and change, your triggers may also evolve. Regular self-reflection and emotional journaling are essential for staying attuned to your inner landscape and proactively managing your emotional responses. Once you begin to map your triggers, you are no longer operating in the dark. You have a guide, a roadmap to your emotional reactivity. This awareness is the foundation upon which you can build emotional control, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater awareness, intention, and resilience. The next step is learning how to use this knowledge to create that crucial pause between trigger and reaction. Chapter 3, The Pause, Creating Space for Conscious Choice. The space between stimulus and response is where our power lies. This profound insight, attributed to Viktor Frankl, encapsulates the essence of emotional control. The reactive mind operates in the realm of automaticity, where reactions are instantaneous and often unconscious. Emotional mastery, however, is cultivated in the space of the pause, the deliberate moment we create between a trigger and our response. This pause is not merely a delay, it is a conscious intervention, a moment of mindful awareness that allows us to shift from reactivity to responsiveness. Creating this pause is not always easy, especially when emotions are running high. Our ingrained habits of reactivity are powerful. However, with practice and intention, we can learn to interject this crucial space into our emotional experience. Mindfulness is a cornerstone of creating the pause. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves observing your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations as they arise, without getting carried away by them. When a trigger arises and you feel an emotional reaction brewing, the first step is to notice it. This requires self-awareness, honed through practices like mindfulness meditation. Regular meditation, even for just a few minutes each day, can significantly enhance your ability to recognize your emotions as they emerge. As you meditate, you practice observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, simply acknowledging their presence and letting them pass. This cultivates a detached awareness that translates into your daily life. In the moment of being triggered, the practice of mindfulness can be applied directly. When you feel anger rising, anxiety tightening your chest, or fear creeping in, consciously bring your attention to your breath. The breath is always in the present moment, and focusing on it anchors you in the now, interrupting the automatic flow of reactive thoughts and emotions. Take a few slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils and filling your lungs. As you exhale, feel the air leaving your body. This simple act of conscious breathing can create a momentary pause, a space of calm amidst the emotional storm. Another powerful technique for creating the pause is the stop method. Stop. As soon as you recognize you are becoming emotionally reactive, consciously stop what you are doing or saying. This breaks the momentum of the automatic reaction. Take a breath. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Focus on your breath to anchor yourself in the present moment and calm your nervous system. Observe what is happening within you. What emotions are you feeling? What thoughts are racing through your mind? What physical sensations are you experiencing? Observe these without judgment, simply noticing them as they are. Proceed. After observing, consciously choose how you want to proceed. Instead of reacting impulsively, respond thoughtfully. Ask yourself, what is the most constructive way to handle this situation? What is aligned with my values and goals? Asterisk the stop method provides a structured framework for creating the pause in the midst of emotional reactivity. It's a practical tool that you can use in everyday situations. Whether it's during a heated argument, when facing a stressful deadline, or when dealing with a frustrating person. Asterisk the pause also allows you to access your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain. When you pause, you give your prefrontal cortex time to come back online, overriding the amygdala's automatic response. This allows you to think more clearly, consider different perspectives, and make more reasoned decisions. In this space of conscious choice, you can ask yourself questions like, asterisk, is my initial reaction proportional to the situation? Asterisk, what are other possible interpretations of this situation? Asterisk, what would be the most helpful and constructive response? Asterisk, what are my long-term goals in this situation? Asterisk, how can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? By consciously choosing your response, you shift from being a victim of your emotions to being the architect of your emotional experience. The pause is not about suppressing emotions. It's about gaining control over your reactions to those emotions. You still feel the emotion, but you choose how you will respond to it. This is the essence of emotional control, the power to choose not to react automatically, but to respond intentionally, thoughtfully, and constructively. Cultivating the pause is a lifelong practice, but with consistent effort, it becomes an increasingly natural and empowering part of your emotional repertoire. Asterisk Chapter 4. Reframing your thoughts, cognitive restructuring for emotional regulation. Asterisk, our emotions are not solely determined by external events. They are profoundly influenced by our thoughts and interpretations of those events. This is the core principle of cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT), a powerful approach to emotional regulation. Cognitive reframing, a key technique in CBT, involves changing the way we think about a situation in order to change how we feel about it. Our thoughts act as filters, shaping our emotional reality. By learning to identify and challenge negative or distorted thought patterns, we can significantly alter our emotional responses. Asterisk, often, our reactive emotions are fueled by automatic, negative thoughts. These are thoughts that pop into our minds spontaneously, often without conscious awareness. Thoughts are frequently distorted, biased, and inaccurate, leading to exaggerated emotional reactions. Common types of cognitive distortions include catastrophizing, exaggerating the negative consequences of a situation, assuming the worst possible outcome. For example, if I make a mistake in this presentation, my career will be ruined. All or nothing. Thinking, seeing things in black and white with no shades of gray. For example, if I don't get this promotion, I'm a complete failure. Mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking, often negatively. For example, they must think I'm incompetent. Personalization, taking things personally that are not actually about you. For example, my boss is in a bad mood. It must be because of something I did. Overgeneralization, drawing broad negative conclusions based on a single event. For example, I failed this one task. I'm always going to fail. Identifying these cognitive distortions in your own thinking is the first step in cognitive reframing. When you notice yourself experiencing a strong negative emotion, take a moment to examine the thoughts that are running through your mind. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? What assumptions am I making? Are these thoughts based on facts or assumptions? Are there any cognitive distortions present? Once you have identified the negative thoughts and distortions, the next step is to challenge them. This involves questioning the validity and accuracy of your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is the evidence for this thought? What is the evidence against this thought? What are other possible interpretations of the situation? Is there a more balanced or realistic way to think about this? What would I tell a friend who was having this thought? For example, If you catch yourself catastrophizing about a presentation, challenge that thought. What is the actual likelihood of your career being ruined by one mistake? Probably very low. What is a more realistic outcome? Perhaps you might feel embarrassed. But you will likely learn from the experience and move on. Reframe the thought. From my career will be ruined to I might feel uncomfortable if I make a mistake, but it's a learning opportunity, and I can still deliver a good presentation. Another powerful reframing technique is to focus on the positive aspects of a situation, or to find the silver lining in challenges. This doesn't mean ignoring or denying negative emotions, but rather balancing them with a more realistic and optimistic perspective. For example, if you lose your job, while it's natural to feel sadness and anxiety, you can also reframe it as an opportunity for a new beginning, a chance to explore different career paths, or to pursue a long-held passion. Cognitive reframing is not about positive thinking in a superficial sense. It's about developing more accurate, balanced, and helpful thought patterns. It's about replacing distorted and negative thoughts with more realistic and constructive ones. This process takes practice and conscious effort. It may feel unnatural at first to challenge your automatic thoughts, but with persistence, it becomes easier and more automatic. Tools like thought records can be helpful in practicing cognitive reframing. A thought record typically includes columns for situation, describe the event or trigger. Emotions, identify the emotions you felt and their intensity. Automatic thoughts, write down the negative thoughts that occurred. Cognitive distortions, identify the types of distortions present in your thoughts. Challenging thoughts, write down more balanced and realistic alternative thoughts. New emotions, note how you feel after reframing your thoughts. By consistently using thought records, you can become more aware of your thought patterns, identify common distortions, and practice reframing them. Cognitive reframing is a powerful tool for emotional regulation because it addresses the root cause of many reactive emotions, our distorted thoughts. By learning to think differently, we can learn to feel differently, gaining greater control over our emotional experiences and paving the way for more balanced and resilient emotional responses. The next chapter will explore how to cultivate emotional intelligence, a broader set of skills that further enhances our ability to manage our emotions and navigate the emotional world effectively. Chapter 5. Cultivating emotional intelligence. Expanding your emotional skill set. Emotional control is not just about managing reactive emotions in the moment. It's also about developing a broader set of skills that enable us to understand, manage, and utilize emotions effectively over time. This broader skill set is known as emotional intelligence, a crucial capacity for personal and professional success, and for building fulfilling relationships. Emotional intelligence encompasses several key components: self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and social skills. Cultivating these competencies significantly enhances our ability to master emotional control, navigate the complexities of human interaction. Self-awareness. This is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, your strengths and weaknesses, your values, and your impact on others. It's about being attuned to your internal emotional landscape, recognizing emotions as they arise, and understanding their influence on your thoughts and behaviors. Practices like mindfulness, journaling, and seeking feedback from trusted sources can significantly enhance self-awareness. Asking yourself questions like, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? And how is this emotion influencing my actions? Are crucial for developing self-awareness. Self-regulation. Once you are aware of your emotions, self-regulation is the ability to manage and control them effectively. This includes managing reactive emotions like anger, anxiety, and frustration. as well as adapting to changing circumstances and controlling impulses. Techniques we've already discussed, such as creating the pause, cognitive reframing, and mindfulness, are all crucial components of self-regulation. Self-regulation also involves resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and manage stress effectively. Developing self-discipline, practicing emotional restraint, and cultivating a growth mindset are all aspects of strengthening self-regulation. Social awareness. This component of EI focuses on understanding the emotions of others. About empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Social awareness also includes organizational awareness, understanding the emotional currents and power dynamics within groups and organizations. Developing social awareness involves active listening, paying attention to nonverbal cues, and putting yourself in others' shoes. Asking questions like, how might this person be feeling right now? What are their perspectives? And what are their needs? Enhances social awareness. Empathy is not just about feeling for someone, but also understanding with them, seeing the world from their viewpoint. Social skills. Social skills encompass the ability to manage relationships effectively, communicate clearly and persuasively, influence and inspire others, resolve conflicts constructively, and build strong bonds. This component of A draws upon self-awareness, self-regulation, and social awareness to navigate interpersonal interactions skillfully. Effective communication, active listening, assertiveness, collaboration, and teamwork are all key social skills. Developing social skills involves practicing empathy in interactions, communicating your needs and perspectives clearly and respectfully, and seeking win-win solutions in conflicts. Tools like thought records can be helpful in practicing cognitive reframing. A thought record typically includes columns for situation, describe the event or trigger. Emotions, identify the emotions you felt and their intensity. Automatic thoughts, write down the negative thoughts that occurred. Cognitive distortions, identify the types of distortions present in your thoughts. Challenging thoughts, write down more balanced and realistic alternative thoughts. New emotions, note how you feel after reframing your thoughts. By consistently using thought records, you can become more aware of your thought patterns, identify common distortions, and practice reframing them. Cognitive reframing is a powerful tool for emotional regulation because it addresses the root cause of many reactive emotions, our distorted thoughts. By learning to think differently, we can learn to feel differently, gaining greater control over our emotional experiences and paving the way for more balanced and resilient emotional responses. The next chapter will explore how to cultivate emotional intelligence, a broader set of skills that further enhances our ability to manage our emotions and navigate the emotional world effectively. Chapter 5. Cultivating emotional intelligence. Expanding your emotional skill set. Emotional control is not just about managing reactive emotions in the moment. It's also about developing a broader set of skills that enable us to understand, manage, and utilize emotions effectively over time. This broader skill set is known as emotional intelligence, a crucial capacity for personal and professional success, and for building fulfilling relationships. Emotional intelligence encompasses several key components: self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and social skills. Cultivating these competencies significantly enhances our ability to master emotional control, navigate the complexities of human interaction. Self-awareness. This is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, your strengths and weaknesses, your values, and your impact on others. It's about being attuned to your internal emotional landscape, recognizing emotions as they arise, and understanding their influence on your thoughts and behaviors. Practices like mindfulness, journaling, and seeking feedback from trusted sources can significantly enhance self-awareness. Asking yourself questions like, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? And how is this emotion influencing my actions? Are crucial for developing self-awareness. Self-regulation. Once you are aware of your emotions, self-regulation is the ability to manage and control them effectively. This includes managing reactive emotions like anger, anxiety, and frustration, as well as adapting to changing circumstances and controlling impulses. Techniques we've already discussed, such as creating the pause, cognitive reframing, and mindfulness, are all crucial components of self-regulation. Self-regulation also involves resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and manage stress effectively. Developing self-discipline, practicing emotional restraint, and cultivating a growth mindset are all aspects of strengthening self-regulation. Social awareness. This component of EI focuses on understanding the emotions of others. About empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Social awareness also includes organizational awareness, understanding the emotional currents and power dynamics within groups and organizations. Developing social awareness involves active listening, paying attention to nonverbal cues, and putting yourself in others' shoes. Asking questions like, how might this person be feeling right now? What are their perspectives, and what are their needs? Enhances social awareness. Empathy is not just about feeling for someone, but also understanding with them, seeing the world from their viewpoint. Social skills. Social skills encompass the ability to manage relationships effectively, communicate clearly and persuasively, influence and inspire others, resolve conflicts constructively, and build strong bonds. This component of A draws upon self-awareness, self-regulation, and social awareness to navigate interpersonal interactions skillfully. Effective communication, active listening, assertiveness, collaboration, and teamwork are all key social skills. Developing social skills involves practicing empathy in interactions, communicating your needs and perspectives clearly and respectfully, and seeking win-win solutions in conflicts. Cultivating emotional intelligence is not a passive process. It requires active effort and ongoing practice. It's about developing habits and skills that become integrated into your way of being. Here are some practical strategies for cultivating EI. Practice mindfulness daily. Regular mindfulness meditation enhances self-awareness and self-regulation. Seek feedback. Ask trusted friends, family members, or colleagues for honest feedback on your emotional strengths and areas for development. Reflect on your emotions. Journal about your emotional experiences, identifying triggers, patterns, and emotional reactions. Practice empathy. Actively listen to others, try to understand their perspectives, and show genuine care and concern. Develop your communication skills. Practice clear, assertive, and empathetic communication. Learn to express your needs and feelings constructively. Learn conflict resolution skills. Develop strategies for managing disagreements constructively and finding mutually beneficial solutions. Seek out challenging social situations. Stepping outside your comfort zone in social interactions can provide opportunities to practice and develop your social skills. Read literature and watch films with emotional depth, engaging with stories that explore complex emotional themes can enhance your understanding of human emotions and motivations. Emotional intelligence is not a fixed trait. It's a set of skills that can be learned and developed over time. By consciously focusing on cultivating self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and social skills, you can significantly enhance your emotional intelligence. This, in turn, will empower you to master emotional control, build stronger relationships, navigate complex social situations more effectively, and achieve greater personal and professional fulfillment. The next chapter will delve into specific strategies for managing some of the most challenging emotions: anger, anxiety, and fear. Chapter 6, Managing Difficult Emotions, Anger, Anxiety, and Fear, Taming the Inner Dragons. Anger, anxiety, and fear are powerful emotions that can feel overwhelming and destructive if left unmanaged. These emotions are not inherently negative. They serve important functions. Anger can signal injustice or violation of boundaries. Anxiety can alert us to potential threats or uncertainties. Fear is a primal survival mechanism that protects us from danger. However, when these emotions become excessive, chronic, or misdirected, they can significantly impair our well-being and relationships. Mastering emotional control involves learning to manage these difficult emotions effectively, harnessing their energy constructively rather than being consumed by them. Managing anger. Anger is often a secondary emotion, masking underlying feelings like hurt, fear, or frustration. When anger rises, the first step is to recognize it and acknowledge its presence without judgment. Suppressing anger is often counterproductive, leading to internal buildup and potential outbursts later. Instead, aim to understand the root cause of your anger. Ask yourself, what is really making me angry? What unmet need or value is being violated? Once you understand the source of your anger, you can begin to manage it constructively. Here are some effective strategies. Time out. When you feel anger escalating, remove yourself from the situation temporarily. Take a break to calm down and regain perspective. This could be a short walk, spending time in a quiet space, or engaging in a relaxing activity. Deep breathing. Practice slow, deep breathing to calm your nervous system. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. This physiological technique can quickly reduce the intensity of anger. Cognitive reframing. Challenge the thoughts that are fueling your anger. Are you making assumptions or exaggerations? Is there another way to interpret the situation? Reframe negative thoughts into more balanced and realistic ones. Express anger assertively. Once you have calmed down and gained perspective, express your anger assertively, not aggressively. Communicate your feelings and needs clearly and respectfully, without blaming or attacking the other person. Use I statements to express your feelings and perspective. Problem solving. If your anger stems from a specific problem or situation, focus on problem solving rather than dwelling on the anger itself. Identify the issue, brainstorm potential solutions, and take action to address it. Physical exercise. Physical activity can be a healthy outlet for releasing pent-up anger. Engage in exercise like running, swimming, or weightlifting to channel your anger constructively. Managing anxiety. Anxiety is often characterized by worried nervousness and unease about future events. While some anxiety is normal and adaptive, excessive anxiety can be debilitating. Managing anxiety effectively involves reducing worry, calming physical symptoms, and building resilience to stress. Strategies for managing anxiety include mindfulness meditation. Regular mindfulness practice reduces anxiety by anchoring you in the present moment and decreasing rumination about the future. Mindfulness helps you observe anxious thoughts without getting carried away by them. Cognitive restructuring. Challenge anxious thoughts and worries. Identify cognitive distortions like catastrophizing and overgeneralization. Replace anxious thoughts with more realistic and balanced perspectives. Ask yourself, what is the actual probability of my worries coming true? What is the worst that could realistically happen? How can I cope if the worst does happen? Relaxation techniques. Practice relaxation techniques like progressive muscle relaxation, guided imagery, and yoga to calm your nervous system. Reduce physical symptoms of anxiety. Exposure therapy. For specific anxieties or phobias, Gradual exposure to the feared situation can be highly effective. Start with small steps and gradually increase your exposure as you build confidence. Time management and organization. Often, anxiety is fueled by feeling overwhelmed and out of control. Effective time management, prioritization, and organization can reduce feelings of chaos and anxiety. Social support. Connect with supportive friends, family members, or support groups. Talking about your anxieties with others can provide perspective and reduce feelings of isolation. Managing fear. Fear is a primal emotion triggered by perceived danger. While fear is essential for survival, it can also be triggered inappropriately or become excessive, leading to avoidance and limiting behavior. Managing fear involves distinguishing between real and perceived threats, facing fears constructively, and building courage. Strategies for managing fear include: identify the source of fear. Understand what you are truly afraid of. Is it a real threat or a perceived one? Is your fear based on past experiences or assumptions about the future? Reality testing. Assess the actual likelihood and severity of the feared outcome. Often, fears are exaggerated and not based on realistic assessments of risk. Gradual exposure. Similar to anxiety, gradual exposure to feared situations can help desensitize you to the fear and build confidence. Start with small steps and gradually increase your exposure. Visualization. Use visualization techniques to imagine yourself successfully facing your fears. Mentally rehearse coping strategies and positive outcomes. Self-compassion. Be kind and compassionate to yourself when you experience fear. Acknowledge that fear is a normal human emotion and avoid self-criticism. Focus on your strengths and resources. Remind yourself of your past successes and your strength. Focus on the resources you have available to cope with the feared situation. Managing anger, anxiety, and fear is an ongoing process. It requires self-awareness, practice, and patience. It's important to remember that seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor can be immensely beneficial if you are struggling to manage these emotions on your own. Developing skills to manage these difficult emotions is crucial for emotional control and for living a more balanced, fulfilling, and resilient life. The next chapter will explore how to build emotional resilience, enabling you to bounce back from emotional setbacks and grow stronger through adversity. Chapter 7. Building emotional resilience. Bouncing back and growing stronger. Life inevitably throws curveballs. Setbacks, disappointments, failures, and losses are unavoidable parts of the human experience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from these challenges, to recover from adversity, and to adapt positively in the face of stress and change. It's not about avoiding difficult experiences. It's about developing the inner strength and coping mechanisms to navigate them effectively and emerge stronger on the other side. Emotional resilience is not a fixed trait. It's a set of skills and attitudes that can be cultivated and strengthened over time. Several key factors contribute to emotional resilience. Positive self-view. Having a positive sense of self-worth and self-efficacy is crucial for resilience. Believing in your ability to cope with challenges and overcome obstacles is a powerful buffer against adversity. Cultivating self-compassion, focusing on your strengths, and practicing positive self-talk enhance positive self-view. Strong social connections, supportive relationships with family, friends, and community provide a vital safety net during times of stress. Having people to rely on for emotional support, practical assistance, and a sense of belonging strengthens resilience. Nurturing your relationships and actively seeking social support when needed is essential. Problem-solving skills. Effective problem-solving skills enable you to approach challenges proactively and find constructive solutions. This involves breaking down problems into manageable steps, brainstorming options, evaluating pros and cons, and taking action. Developing problem-solving skills enhances your sense of control and reduces feelings of helplessness in the face of adversity. Realistic optimism. Optimism, when grounded in reality, is a powerful resilience factor. Realistic optimists maintain a positive outlook while acknowledging challenges and preparing for potential setbacks. They focus on hope and possibilities without denying or minimizing difficulties. Cultivating a growth mindset, focusing on learning and growth rather than dwelling on failures, fosters realistic optimism. Emotional regulation skills. As we have discussed throughout this book, effective emotional regulation skills are fundamental to resilience. The ability to manage difficult emotions like anger, anxiety, and sadness constructively, and to maintain emotional balance during stressful times, is crucial for bouncing back from adversity. Practicing mindfulness, cognitive reframing, and creating the pause strengthens emotional regulation skills and enhances resilience. Meaning and purpose. Having a sense of meaning and purpose in life provides a powerful source of motivation and resilience. Connecting to something larger than yourself, whether it's through your values, your work, your relationships, or your spiritual beliefs, gives you a reason to persevere through challenges and find strength in adversity. Identifying your values, setting meaningful goals, and engaging in activities that align with your purpose strengthens resilience. Flexibility and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and resilience requires flexibility and adaptability to changing circumstances, being open to new experiences, willing to adjust your plans when necessary, and able to cope with uncertainty enhances your ability to navigate life's inevitable twists. And RNS, cultivating a growth mindset, embracing change, and developing coping mechanisms for uncertainty foster flexibility and adaptability. Building emotional resilience is an active process that involves developing and strengthening these key factors. Here are some practical strategies for enhancing your resilience. Practice self-care. Prioritize your physical and emotional well-being. Engage in activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit, such as exercise, healthy eating, sufficient sleep, relaxation techniques, and hobbies. Build strong relationships. Invest time and effort in nurturing your relationships with family and friends. Seek out supportive connections and build a strong social network. Develop problem-solving skills. Practice breaking down problems into smaller steps, brainstorming solutions, and taking action. Seek out resources and guidance to improve your problem-solving abilities. Cultivate realistic optimism. Focus on the positive aspects of your life while acknowledging challenges realistically. Practice gratitude. Focus on your strengths and cultivate a growth mindset. Strengthen emotional regulation skills. Continue practicing mindfulness, cognitive reframing, and other emotional control techniques. Develop strategies for managing stress and difficult emotions effectively. Find meaning and purpose. Reflect on your values and purpose in life. Set meaningful goals and engage in activities that align with your values and purpose. Connect to something larger than yourself. Embrace change and adaptability. Be open to new experiences and willing to adjust your plans when necessary. Develop coping mechanisms for uncertainty and change. Learn from setbacks. View setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. Reflect on what you can learn from difficult experiences and how you can grow stronger as a result. Emotional resilience is not about being invincible or immune to pain. It's about having the inner resources to navigate life's challenges, to learn from adversity, and to emerge stronger and more resilient over time. Building resilience is a lifelong journey, and it is a journey that empowers you to face life's inevitable storms with greater strength, courage, and emotional control. The next chapter will explore how to apply emotional control principles to improve your relationships, both personal and professional. Chapter 8: Emotional Control in Relationships. Fostering connection and resolving conflict. Our relationships are the crucibles where our emotional control skills are most often tested and refined. Interactions with others, especially those closest to us, can trigger intense emotions: love, joy, anger, frustration, sadness, fear. And how we manage these emotions within the context of relationships profoundly impacts their quality and longevity. Emotional control in relationships is not about suppressing emotions or being inauthentic. It's about communicating effectively, resolving conflicts constructively, and fostering deeper connection and understanding. Understanding emotional triggers in relationships. Just as we have individual emotional triggers, relationships themselves can become trigger-rich environments. Familiar patterns of interaction, unresolved conflicts, unmet needs, and differing communication styles can all serve as triggers for emotional reactivity in relationships. It's crucial to identify these relational triggers, both your own and those of your partner, family members, or colleagues. This requires open communication, empathy, and a willingness to reflect on relationship dynamics. Effective communication. Communication is the lifeblood of healthy relationships, and emotional control is essential for effective communication. Reactive communication, driven by uncontrolled emotions, often leads to misunderstandings, escalations, and damage to relationships. Responsive communication, guided by emotional control, is characterized by clarity, empathy, and assertiveness. Key principles of effective communication in relationships include active listening. Truly listen to understand, not just to respond. Pay attention not only to the words being spoken, but also to nonverbal cues, emotions, and underlying needs. Reflect back what you hear to ensure understanding. I statements. Express your feelings and needs using I statements, rather than you statements that can sound accusatory or blaming. For example, instead of saying "you always interrupt me," say "I feel unheard when I am interrupted." Clarity and directness. Communicate your message clearly and directly, avoiding ambiguity or passive aggressiveness. Be honest and transparent in your communication. Empathy and validation. Acknowledge and validate the other person's feelings, even if you don't agree with their perspective. Show that you understand and respect their emotional experience. Nonverbal communication. Be mindful of your nonverbal communication, your body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. Ensure that your nonverbal cues align with your verbal message. Timing and setting. Choose appropriate times and settings for difficult conversations. Avoid discussing sensitive topics when you are tired, stressed, or in a public place. Constructive conflict resolution. Conflict is inevitable in relationships, but how we handle conflict determines whether it strengthens or weakens the bond. Emotional control is paramount for resolving conflicts constructively. Reactive conflict resolution often involves defensiveness, blame, escalation, and emotional outbursts, leading to damaged relationships and unresolved issues. Responsive conflict resolution, guided by emotional control, is characterized by calmness, empathy, collaboration, and problem-solving. Key principles of constructive conflict resolution in relationships include calm and stay present. When conflict arises, consciously regulate your emotions and stay present in the moment. Avoid reacting impulsively or escalating the conflict. Take a pause if needed to calm down. Focus on the issue, not the person. Address the specific issue at hand rather than attacking or blaming the other person's character or personality. Focus on behaviors and actions, not on making personal judgments. Asterisk seek to understand, then to be understood. Prioritize understanding the other person's perspective and needs before focusing on getting your own point across. Ask clarifying questions and actively listen to their viewpoint. Asterisk find common ground. Identify areas of agreement and common goals. Focus on what you both want to achieve and work towards a mutually beneficial solution. Asterisk brainstorm solutions. Collaboratively, work together to brainstorm potential solutions to the conflict. Be open to compromise and finding win-win outcomes. Asterisk respect boundaries. Respect each other's boundaries and limits during conflict. Avoid crossing personal boundaries or engaging in disrespectful behavior. Asterisk forgiveness and repair. After conflict, be willing to forgive and repair any damage to the relationship. Apologize for your part in the conflict and make amends if necessary. Relaxation techniques. Practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and yoga regularly to reduce muscle tension and calm the nervous system. Asterisk in the moment stress management. Even with preemptive stress management, high-pressure situations will inevitably rise. In these moments, in-the-moment stress management techniques are crucial for maintaining composure and performing effectively. These techniques are designed to be used during stressful events to regulate your emotional response and enhance cognitive function. In-the-moment stress management techniques include asterisk deep breathing. Conscious deep breathing is a rapid and effective way to calm the nervous system in stressful moments. Take slow, deep breaths, focusing on your breath to anchor yourself in the present moment. Asterisk mindful pauses. When feeling overwhelmed or stressed, take mindful pauses to step back from the situation, observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, and regain perspective. Asterisk cognitive reframing. Challenge negative or anxious thoughts that arise in high-pressure situations. Reframe stressful situations as challenges rather than threats, and focus on your strengths and resources. Asterisk positive self-talk. Use positive self-talk to boost your confidence and reduce self-doubt in stressful moments. Remind yourself of your abilities, past successes, and coping skills. Asterisk focus on what you can control. In high-pressure situations, there are often elements beyond your control. Focus your energy on what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, and your responses, rather than dwelling on what you cannot control. Asterisk grounding techniques. Use grounding techniques to anchor yourself in the present moment and reduce feelings of anxiety or dissociation. Focus on your senses, what you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Asterisk visualization. Use visualization techniques to mentally rehearse successful performance in the stressful situation. Imagine yourself calm, confident, and effective. Asterisk developing mental toughness. Mental toughness is a key aspect of emotional mastery in high-pressure situations. Mental toughness is the ability to persevere through challenges, maintain focus under pressure, and bounce back from setbacks. Developing mental toughness involves asterisk setting challenging goals. Push yourself outside your comfort zone by setting challenging goals. Facing and overcoming challenges builds resilience and mental toughness. Asterisk embracing failure as a learning opportunity. View failures and setbacks as learning opportunities rather than defeats. Analyze what went wrong, learn from your mistakes, and use setbacks as motivation to improve. Asterisk developing confidence. Build confidence in your abilities through preparation, practice, and positive self-talk. Focus on your strengths and past successes. Asterisk maintaining a positive attitude. Cultivate a positive attitude and optimistic outlook, even in challenging circumstances. Focus on hope and possibilities rather than dwelling on negativity. Asterisk practicing under pressure. Seek out opportunities to practice performing under pressure. Simulate stressful situations in training or practice to build your composure and coping skills. Seeking feedback and learning. Seek feedback from trusted sources and use it to improve your performance. And mental toughness. Continuously learn and grow from your experiences. Emotional mastery in high-pressure situations is a skill that can be developed through conscious effort and practice. By combining preemptive stress management with in-the-moment coping techniques, and by cultivating mental toughness, you can learn to stay calm, focused, and effective even in the most demanding circumstances. This ability to maintain composure under fire is a hallmark of emotional mastery and a key attribute of effective leaders, high performers, and resilient individuals. The final chapter will summarize the key takeaways from this book and provide a roadmap for your ongoing journey towards lasting emotional freedom. 4. Conclusion: the path to lasting emotional freedom. Embracing the journey as we reach the culmination of mastering emotional control, the power of choosing not to react. It's important to reflect on the journey we've undertaken and the transformative potential that lies within the principles and practices explored in these pages. This book has been more than just a collection of techniques and strategies. It has been an invitation to fundamentally shift your relationship with your emotions, to move from being a reactor to becoming a conscious responder, and to unlock the profound power that resides within your capacity for emotional control. Let's summarize the key takeaways that form the foundation of lasting emotional freedom. Building emotional connection. Emotional control not only helps in resolving conflict but also in building deeper emotional connection in relationships. Being emotionally present, responsive, and attuned to your partner's emotions fosters intimacy and trust. Emotional control allows you to be more empathetic, supportive, and understanding, creating a safe and secure emotional space in the relationship. Strategies for building emotional connection include emotional availability. Be emotionally present and available to your partner. Be willing to share your feelings and listen to theirs. Empathy and compassion. Show empathy and compassion towards your partner's emotional experiences. Validate their feelings and offer support and understanding. Quality time and attention. Spend quality time together, giving your partner your undivided attention. Engage in activities that foster connection and intimacy. Acts of kindness and appreciation. Express your love and appreciation through acts of kindness, words of affirmation, and gestures of affection. Positive communication. Use positive and encouraging language in your communication. Focus on expressing appreciation, gratitude, and support. Shared vulnerability. Be willing to be vulnerable and share your authentic self with your partner. Vulnerability fosters intimacy and deepens emotional connection. Emotional control in relationships is a continuous practice. It requires self-awareness, empathy, and a commitment to communicating effectively, resolving conflicts constructively, and building deeper emotional connection. By applying emotional control principles in your relationships, you can foster stronger bonds, navigate challenges more effectively, and create more fulfilling and harmonious connections with those you care about. The final chapter will explore how to apply emotional mastery in high-pressure situations, enabling you to stay calm, composed, and effective under stress. Chapter 9, Emotional Mastery in High-Pressure Situations. Composure under fire. Life often presents situations that are inherently stressful and demanding. High-stakes presentations, critical deadlines, crises at work, emergency situations, or intense public scrutiny. In these high-pressure moments, emotional control is not just beneficial, it's essential for maintaining clarity, making sound decisions, and performing effectively. Emotional mastery in high-pressure situations is about cultivating composure under fire, remaining calm and focused amidst chaos, and channeling emotional energy constructively. Asterisk understanding the physiology of stress. High-pressure situations trigger the stress response, the same fight or flight response we discussed earlier. In stressful situations, stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood the bloodstream, leading to physiological changes such as increased heart rate, rapid breathing, muscle tension, and heightened alertness. While this stress response is designed to enhance performance in short-term emergencies, chronic or excessive stress can impair cognitive function, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Understanding the physiological impact of stress is the first step in managing it effectively in high-pressure situations. Preemptive stress management. Proactive stress management strategies are crucial for building resilience to high-pressure situations. These strategies focus on reducing baseline stress levels and building coping resources before stressful events occur. Preemptive stress management techniques include regular exercise. Physical activity is a powerful stress reducer. Regular exercise helps regulate stress hormones, improves mood, and enhances overall well-being. Sufficient sleep. Adequate sleep is essential for stress management and cognitive function. Prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Healthy diet. A balanced and nutritious diet supports physical and mental health, enhancing resilience to stress. Limit processed foods, caffeine, and alcohol, and focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean protein. Mindfulness and meditation. Regular mindfulness practice reduces stress reactivity and enhances emotional regulation. Mindfulness meditation helps you become more aware of your stress responses and develop coping skills. Time management and organization. Effective time management and organization reduce feelings of overwhelm and chaos, lowering baseline stress levels. Prioritize tasks. Break down large projects into smaller steps and use tools like calendars and to-do lists. Social support network. Build and maintain a strong social support network. Having supportive relationships provides a buffer against stress and a source of emotional resources.